Hi everyone, Ashley here, Mountain Adventure Reviews. Today's video we're going to do food. What I take on a hike or a wild camp, and so you can see exactly what I consume during anything between 10, 15 and 20 miles. But first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed over the last few weeks. And also the people that have liked each video and commented as well. So thank you very much to you guys. If you haven't already and you're watching this, hit that subscribe button and I can continue to make these videos for you. So let's get into this right now. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about what I would usually take with me for hot drinks. Now, a lot of people take different things. A lot of people like tea, coffee, hot chocolates. Some people don't like hot drinks, so they'll just take cold drinks. I'm a big coffee lover, and at home I will drink something like Nescafe Gold Blend or something like that. So what I've found, which I find really easy, piece of cake to make, are these. Okay, 3-in-1 sachets from Nescafe. They have the coffee, the milk, and the sweetener all rolled into one little sachet like this. They weigh absolutely nothing, 17 grams per sachet, and I usually take maybe 3 of these with me. So I'll have one in the afternoon as a little pick me up, and then I'll save the other 2 for the following morning if I'm out on a wild camp. If I'm going for 2 nights, then I'll take 6 with me. That sort of scenario, that sort of ratio. So these will cost, well, I'll put it this way, I've just bought 6 packets of those off Amazon for £6.50, and there's 6 in each one. Okay, so I think that's pretty good value. Works out to be around 20p each, so 30p each maybe, and they're just so easy. I just put them into my my coffee cup along in a little mesh bag. And that's that done. They're in the bag with me. Other snacks that I'll take with me whilst we're on, I might as well do snacks while we're at it. I'll take things like granola bars. So the Nature Valley Crunchy granola bars, I'll take some of those with me. They're in a little pack like that. You get 2 in a pack in there, and again, they weigh nothing. They just go in my chest rig. I'll also take with me as well, I think they're brilliant, I think they're so tasty and nice, are these Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. Other brands are available. Again, they're super tasty. You get them in different flavours and stuff like that, and that'll just go in the chest rig. And if we know it's going to be bad weather the following morning, if we're on a wild camp, I'll take 3 of those with me, and I'll have them for breakfast with a coffee. It just saves making up an actual packet of dehydrated food. Again, you can pick them up anywhere. They're brilliant. Best place to go from is like the B&M bargains or home bargains and stuff like that. Are usually quite cheap. Also take with me a protein flapjack. Now there's no big box for this. I only picked these up yesterday. You go for varied different brands and stuff like that. As long as they're over 15 to 16. These have got 18 grams of protein in them. It just helps replenish the protein in your body and the carbs and stuff like that. This has actually got per 75 grams serving, 34 grams of carbs, which is great for energy. And it's only 3.8 of that, which is sugars, which is even better. Protein 18.75 grams. Can't beat that. Again, they're from Home Bargains, so I think they're about £1 each. Perfect little things. I have to say, one of the best things that I take with me on any hike and wild camp is a massive bag of jelly babies. I don't normally eat them all, but they are brilliant for keeping energy up with a bit of sugar. So again, B&M bargains yesterday, or Home Bargains yesterday, I think they were about £1.50. Just can't beat them. So let's move on to the main foods. I have tried virtually every single dehydrated meal that you can possibly think of. Expedition Foods, Firepots, Wayfarers, you name it. I've had them all. And the one brand that I always get on with, and and I've always liked are the Firepots. I think they're so tasty. They're so tasty. And one of my favourites is the Orzo Pasta Bolognese. That's the Firepot there. You can pick these up on Amazon for about £6 each. Come with a massive long best before me. And this one runs out in 2025. So I would normally pick these up a week before I go on a hike. Now, this particular Orzo Pasta Bolognese here is the 635 calorie pack one. You can get 1,000 calorie pack one, which is bigger, but I just find that's a bit too much for me. I find that this is absolutely perfect for what I'm needing. So to go through some of the values in here, typical values per pack, you've got carbohydrates, nearly 80 grams of carbs, and 35.5 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of salt, 3.7 grams of fibre, fat 19 grams. Sometimes you might need that if you've exerted yourself quite a bit. And the way to cook these is by using boiling water. Now, if you are going out, you will need a stove. So I'm using the JETBOIL Zip. And I boil up 300 millilitres of water in this, which will normally take about a minute and a half. In normal average conditions of 10 degrees, it'll obviously be longer boiling if you're in freezing conditions or lower than 0. And that will take approximately 15 minutes to rehydrate. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know what I do with my red hot pack of dehydrated food when it's rehydrating. And that's fill it up, seal it up, because it comes with a ziplock on here on the top, so you can ziplock it back up, open your jacket up, pop it in, stick it down your pants, wherever you want, stick it in your sleeping bag if you want. Warm that up and just keep it there for 15 minutes. Use it as a hot water bottle. Brilliant things about these is they weigh nothing in your pack and are super thin, so you can literally just slide it down one side of your pack. 135 grams is what that weighs empty, and it sometimes does say on the back of these how much it weighs when it's full, but it shouldn't really matter because you'll only ever carry it dehydrated. It's also lactose free, which is another good thing. It does actually say on the pack here, rehydration may take longer at higher altitudes, because obviously it might be a bit colder and whatnot. So yeah, £6 off Amazon. I'll put a link in the comments in the info below, and you can see about that. Now, what I also take with me as a bit of an emergency, because I've gone through so many different dehydrated foods that I've not actually liked, I will always take an emergency, wait for it, pot noodle. Everybody loves a pot noodle, no matter what the flavour. So one of those will come with me. Again, it weighs nothing. It's all on weight. Weighs nothing, and it'll just slip down the side of my bag. And it's an emergency ration, really, if I don't get on with some of the food that I take. But I seem to have got on with the Firepots, and I really like them now. So I might wean myself off taking a pot noodle, because it's always a bit of a, ooh, I'll just have a pot noodle instead. And it's like you end up with eating a pot noodle, and you're not getting the good stuff like you're getting out the Firepot for nutrition. So that is coming up to what I would normally take. Now, breakfast wise, I've already jumped on the Nutrigrain bars. They're pretty good for a breakfast. A couple of them, they'll keep you going for a bit until you can stop and have a proper breakfast. One of the ones that I have got on with is this one, the Expedition Foods Porridge and Blueberries. They're obviously freeze-dried blueberries with porridge oats and powdered milk. And once again, this is super tasty, and it has in it 450 calories, which is pretty high for a breakfast. It's 56 grams of carbs, So that'll give you a good boost of energy. 25.7 grams of which sugars. Protein 11.2. It's got 19 grams of fat in it. Nominal salt. Only weighs 95 grams. Now, the Expedition Foods ones have the gross weight on them. So the gross weight of that is 110 grams. Dry weight 95 grams. So that might be the packaging and stuff like that. That will be ready in 5 minutes. So again, boiling water in it from the JETBOIL. Other brands are available. Yeah, for super tasty. And yeah, again, about £5 off Amazon. So absolutely brilliant. My last little thing that I always take with me, and you may have seen these before, the energy gels. So for example, I would use one of these if it is absolutely hoofing it down outside and you've got nowhere to stop to boil water for either a fire pot or a pot noodle or whatever. So I will have it now. I'm running out of energy basically. I'll have one of these. I used to do a lot of cycling and mountain biking, and these were great because again, they weigh nothing and they can literally just sit in a pocket somewhere safe. The packets themselves are quite durable. You know, they're not going to burst or anything like that. I've had them on in my hip belt of my Osprey Rook 65, and that keeps it pretty safe. To go through some of the nutritional information, fat 0, of which saturates 0. Carbohydrates 22 grams, of which sugars 0.6 grams. So it's not just full of sugar. Protein and salt, nothing there. And all it is 60 mil. So it's a couple of mouthfuls. And they don't actually taste that bad. There's a couple of them that are a bit iffy, but I tend to just stick with either orange or apple, and they're the ones that taste the best. And they do give you, it's isotonic as well, so that means that any other water that you drink, your body's going to absorb it pretty quickly. Yeah, I love them. That's a Cis Go isotonic energy gel. Brilliant, brilliant things from Science in Sport Cis. I call them Cis gels. Science in Sport SAS. So big shout out to these guys for making this, because this is an absolutely quality product. So that is about it for food. If you're watching this and you have your own foods that you take with you, let me know in the comments, because it's always good to swap ideas around and stuff like that. If you're not a Jelly Babies fan or a Nutri-Grain bar fan, then what do you take with you for your snacks? Let me know in the comments, and we can compare notes. I've got a mate of mine who comes with me, Mike. He will only take with him the little refresher squishies. I think they're great as well, but I just prefer Jelly Babies for some reason. They're brilliant. So yeah, that's about it for food. I've got it all laid out in front of me here, ready for our hike next week. I'm not sure where we're going yet. I think we're going to go and do Red Pike, but we're not too sure yet. And go and camp at Scope Tarn. So yeah, that's about it. If you've enjoyed this video, like any of my other videos, please hit that subscribe button and give us a follow, and give the video a like as well if you would. Be greatly appreciated. And don't forget, we are on TikTok as well. So if you're on TikTok, go and check out our other videos on there. We do a live every Thursday between 8 and 9 p.m. GMT. So if you would like to join us, you can ask us any questions you want about wild camping or hiking. And if I know the answer to it, I'll give it to you. So thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care, guys. Happy trails.